Hey everyone, and welcome to another deep dive with us. Today we'll be exploring Japanese Feng Shui.
Or fusui, as it's known in Japan.
Yeah, Fusui.
Yeah.
And we're going to be going like way beyond just interior design ideas. We're looking at it as like a whole philosophy for living a balanced and prosperous life.
Exactly. It's about so much more than just where you put your furniture.
Right. We've got some fascinating sources here, and trust me, they are packed with information. So
Yeah, tons of stuff.
we're going to be pulling out the most interesting and useful points for you guys. So get ready to harness the energy of your surroundings to boost your well-being and attract success.
That's the goal. It's about aligning your inner and outer worlds to create harmony and invite abundance.
It sounds amazing.
It really is.
Okay, so let's dive in. First up, we got to talk about ki, this universal energy that flows through everything.
Right, ki.
But what does that actually mean? Like, how does it impact our lives in a practical way?
Well, ki is like the foundation of Japanese Feng Shui. It's the life force that connects everything in the universe. It's not just some mystical idea either. It's about recognizing that our inner world, like our thoughts, emotions, and energy, are completely intertwined with our outer environment.
Okay, so when we talk about cluttered spaces, blocking positive ki, it's not just about visual appeal, right? It's about how that clutter actually affects the energy in our homes and even within ourselves.
Exactly. Clutter can create stagnant energy, and that can leave you feeling stuck, overwhelmed, or even just drained. When you declutter, you're not just cleaning up, you're making space for that positive energy to flow freely, which can have a huge impact on your mood, your creativity, even your overall well-being.
I can definitely relate to that feeling of being weighed down by clutter. It's like it really does affect you on multiple levels.
It really does.
And this all ties back to that Buddhist principle of non-attachment, right? Letting go of things we don't need both physically and mentally.
Absolutely. Non-attachment is about realizing that stuff doesn't define us. By letting go of things, we make space for new opportunities and new experiences. And that goes for thoughts and emotions too, not just material possessions.
Yeah, I'm starting to see how these concepts connect.
It's all connected.
So it's about creating a sense of flow and openness both internally and externally.
You got it. And speaking of flow, one of the most important areas in Japanese Feng Shui is the entrance to your home. It's considered the mouth of qi.
The mouth of Qi.
Yeah, where energy enters your space.
That's really interesting. It makes you think about how welcoming your entrance is.
It really does.
I've always thought it was fascinating how some cultures place so much emphasis on the entrance. It's like it sets the tone for the whole experience.
It does.
So what makes for a truly welcoming and auspicious entrance in Japanese Feng Shui?
Well, a clear path to the door is key. You don't want any obstacles blocking that flow of positive energy. A well-lit entrance, vibrant colors, even something as simple as a nice doormat can all make a difference.
Makes sense. A clear path symbolizes an unobstructed flow of success and opportunities. Like you're saying, come on in good fortune.
Exactly. And beyond the practical stuff, it's also about intention. When you create a welcoming entrance, you're telling yourself and the universe that you're open to receiving abundance and positive energy.
I like that.
Yeah.
So we've talked about decluttering in the entrance, but what about furniture placement? I know our sources talk about that playing a big role too.
Oh, absolutely. The way you arrange your furniture can have a huge impact on the energy flow in a room and ultimately how you feel in that space. The position of your bed, for instance, is super important.
Yeah, I read that your bed should be in a commanding position,
Commanding position, that's a good way to put it.
where you can see the door, but you're not directly in line with it.
Right.
I can see how that would make you feel more secure and in control.
Exactly. And that's a key element of Japanese Feng Shui. It's about intentionality. You're not just putting furniture wherever it fits, you're creating an environment that supports your well-being and your goals.
It's so interesting how the placement of things can actually affect us energetically.
It's all about balance and harmony within your space, which in turn reflects and influences the balance within yourself.
Wow, I never thought of it that way.
And speaking of balance, let's talk about the 5 elements: wood, fire, earth, metal, and water.
I love this concept.
Each element has a unique energy, and when you incorporate them thoughtfully into your home, it helps to create a more harmonious and supportive environment.
I read about the 5 elements in other traditions, but how are they used specifically in Japanese Feng Shui? What are some practical ways to bring those elements into our homes?
Okay, well, for example, wood represents growth and vitality. You can bring that element in with plants, wooden furniture, or even artwork with nature scenes. Fire, on the other hand, represents passion and energy. You can activate that with candles, fireplaces, or even just warm colors like reds and oranges in your decor.
So it's not just about having those elements present. It's about using them intentionally to enhance certain energies in our lives.
Exactly. Each element has its own unique vibration and symbolic meaning. By consciously incorporating them, you create a more balanced and harmonious flow of energy.
Okay, this is blowing my mind a little bit. I'm already starting to think about how I can use this in my own home.
It's a fun process.
Yeah, it's all about finding what works for you and your space.
Exactly.
Experimenting a little bit and seeing how it makes you feel.
Absolutely. It's a personal journey.
It seems like bringing nature indoors is a big part of that journey too. Our sources talk a lot about that Japanese tradition of blurring the lines between the home and the natural world.
Oh, yeah, for sure. Nature's like this powerhouse of positive energy. And even small touches can make a huge impact. You know, potted plants, fresh flowers, a bowl of natural stones. Those things can all bring a sense of peace and vitality to your space.
And what about natural light? I always feel so much more energized when I'm in a space with a lot of natural light.
Natural light is essential. It's like a vitamin boost for your home. Open those curtains. Let the sunshine in whenever you can. It can completely change the mood and energy of a room.
It really can. Okay, so we've covered a lot here. Decluttering, furniture placement, bringing in nature and the 5 elements.
Yeah, we have.
But I think it all boils down to mindfulness.
Yeah.
As the key that ties it all together.
Yeah.
Right?
Absolutely. Mindfulness is about being present in your space. You know, being aware of your actions and your choices and how they're impacting the energy flow in your home and ultimately your life.
So it's not just about following rules. It's about cultivating a deeper awareness of how our inner and outer worlds are connected.
You got it. And that awareness is incredibly empowering because it lets you make conscious choices that support your well-being and create a more harmonious and abundant life.
All right, so we've laid a solid foundation here for understanding the core principles of Japanese Feng Shui. But now I'm excited to move on to some of the specific rituals and traditions that kind of go beyond the home into the realm of attracting wealth and success. Are you ready to explore those?
Oh yeah, let's do it. Those traditions offer some fascinating insights into how we can align our energy with prosperity and create a more abundant life. So you want to talk about those rituals and traditions for attracting wealth and success?
Yeah, let's get into it.
Okay, well, let's start with one that's practically a global icon at this point, the maneki-neko.
Oh, the beckoning cat.
The beckoning cat, exactly.
I love those. I actually have a little one on my desk at work.
Oh, nice.
I always thought they were just cute, but I'm hearing there's more to it.
Oh, way more than just cute. In Japanese culture, they're powerful symbols of good fortune. They're all about inviting wealth and prosperity into homes and businesses.
So they're not just for cat lovers.
Not at all, although cat lovers definitely appreciate them.
I've noticed they come in different colors and have different paw positions. Is there like a meaning behind those variations?
There is. For example, a gold maneki-neko is believed to be especially good for enhancing financial luck,
Okay.
while a white one symbolizes happiness and purity. And the raised paw, that's the classic beckoning gesture, right? It's thought to be beckoning good fortune. And the higher the paw, the greater the luck it attracts.
So it's not just about having any maneki-neko, it's about choosing one that aligns with your specific intentions.
You got it. It's all about intentionality and symbolism. Even the placement of your maneki-neko can make a difference. Traditionally, they're placed near the entrance of a home or business to invite that good fortune into the space.
Like you're literally creating a welcoming energy for abundance to flow in.
Exactly.
I'm really seeing how these traditions go beyond just superstitions, like they tap into a deeper understanding of energy and intention.
Right. It's about aligning your environment and your actions with your desires. And speaking of aligning actions, let's talk about oosouji,
Oosouji.
the Japanese tradition of deep cleaning at year's end.
Oh yeah, I've heard of that.
I
It's
think-
more than just like regular cleaning though, right?
Oh, it's way more than just tidying up. It's seen as a way to clear out all that stagnant energy from the past year and to really make way for new beginnings. You're purifying your space both physically and energetically to create a fresh start for the new year.
I love that. It's like hitting the reset button on your whole life.
It is. It's really powerful. And, you know, it makes sense that clearing out the physical clutter also helps to clear out mental and emotional baggage. You're making space for new opportunities and growth.
Totally. It's like you're clearing the path for positive energy and new possibilities to come in.
That's exactly it.
Okay, so we've got beckoning cats and deep cleaning rituals. What about those ima boards? I've seen pictures of them at shrines, but I'm not really sure what they're all about.
So ima boards are wooden plaques, and people write their wishes and prayers on them.
Yep.
Then they hang them at shrines for the spirits to receive.
So it's like a direct line of communication with the divine.
You could say that. It's a way of expressing your desires to the universe and asking for support in making them happen. And you don't have to go to a shrine to use an ema board. You can create your own personal one at home as a way of focusing your intentions and visualizing your goals.
I like that idea.
Yeah.
It's like a physical representation of your dreams.
Yeah.
And the act of writing them down is powerful too, right?
Absolutely. Writing down your goals makes them so much more concrete. It solidifies your commitment to actually achieving them.
Yeah.
And seeing them written out can be a constant source of inspiration and motivation.
So it's like you're combining intention, visualization, and action?
Exactly. It's not just wishing for things, it's about taking those steps to make them happen. And speaking of taking steps, let's talk about another powerful tool for manifesting goals: Daruma dolls.
Ah, yes. Those round, lucky dolls with the blank eyes. What's the story behind those?
Okay, so Daruma dolls represent Bodhidharma, who's a Buddhist monk credited with bringing Zen Buddhism to China. He was famous for his intense meditation practice. And those dolls, they're modeled after his unwavering focus and determination.
I've heard about the tradition of painting in one eye when you set a goal and then painting it in the other eye when you achieve it. It's a really cool visual reminder.
It is. It's like a symbol of your commitment. When you paint that first eye, you're setting your intention and focusing your energy. And then when you finally achieve your goal, you paint the other eye, symbolizing the completion of the journey.
I love that visual. It makes it so much more real.
Right. It's a tangible representation of your progress and a celebration of your accomplishment.
It's no wonder those Daruma dolls are seen as such powerful symbols of perseverance and success.
And they can be used for any goal, big or small, financial or personal. It's all about harnessing that energy of focus and determination to bring your desires into reality.
Okay, this next one is kind of intriguing. Our sources mentioned that the color of your wallet can actually influence your financial energy. Is that true?
It is. In Japanese Feng Shui, colors are super important. They vibrate at different frequencies, and those frequencies can actually influence the energy of our surroundings.
So it's not just about picking a wallet you think looks good. It's
Yep.
about being intentional with the color.
Exactly. You want to choose colors that align with your goals. So for example, black is often associated with stability and grounding, which is super important for financial well-being. Yellow and gold, on the other hand, are seen as colors that attract wealth and prosperity.
So if I'm looking to boost my financial luck, I might want to consider getting a black or gold wallet.
It's definitely something to consider, but of course it's not just about the color of your wallet. It's also about how you treat your money. Do you handle it with respect? Do you have a clear financial plan? Those things are just as important as the color of your wallet.
It's all connected, right? Our thoughts, our actions, even the objects we choose to surround ourselves with.
It all contributes to the energy we're putting out into the world. And that ultimately brings us back to one of the most fundamental principles in Buddhist philosophy: gratitude.
Gratitude keeps coming up. I'm realizing how powerful it can be, not just in the spiritual sense, but also for achieving the things you want in life.
Gratitude is an energy shifter. When we focus on appreciating what we have, it opens us up to receiving more.
So it's about shifting your mindset from scarcity to abundance.
Exactly. You're sending a message to the universe that you're ready and willing to receive its blessings.
It's like we're priming ourselves for success by aligning our energy with that abundance energy.
That's it.
This is all so insightful. I'm thinking about all the ways I can incorporate more gratitude into my life.
It's a beautiful practice. And the best part is it doesn't require any special rituals or objects. It's a simple shift in perspective.
Right.
We can choose to focus on the good, appreciate the little things, and express thanks for everything we have.
So in addition to these rituals and objects, cultivating a daily practice of gratitude seems like a really powerful way to enhance our financial well-being and attract more abundance into our lives.
Absolutely. It's about creating that mindset of abundance from the inside out.
Yeah.
Gratitude is the foundation.
Wow, we've covered so much in this deep dive exploring Japanese Feng Shui. It's amazing how these ancient traditions offer such practical wisdom for creating a more harmonious and abundant life.
It really is amazing how they've stood the test of time. There's a real depth to these practices. It goes beyond just the surface level stuff. It's about understanding how our inner and outer worlds are connected and how we can consciously shape our environment to support our well-being and our goals.
Exactly. It's not just about rearranging furniture or buying lucky charms. It's about cultivating a mindset of intentionality and mindfulness in every area of our lives.
That's it. Japanese Feng Shui is a holistic approach. It encourages us to become more aware of our thoughts, our actions, and our surroundings, and to recognize that everything is interconnected. Even small changes can have a ripple effect.
So how can we actually apply these principles to our everyday lives? To really unlock that potential for success and abundance, I think it can feel a little overwhelming to know where to begin.
Yeah, it can be a lot to take in. But one of the most important things is to cultivate a mindset of abundance. It means shifting our focus from scarcity to gratitude, from dwelling on what we lack to appreciating what we already have.
It's about that shift in perspective we talked about earlier, right? Recognizing and appreciating the blessings in our lives.
Exactly. And as we cultivate that gratitude, we open ourselves up to receive more. It's like a positive feedback loop, attracting abundance into our lives.
That makes a lot of sense. Our sources also talked a lot about the importance of setting clear intentions. What does that look like in the context of Japanese Feng Shui?
Setting clear intentions is like planting seeds for what we want to manifest in our lives. It's about taking the time to define our goals and desires, whether it's financial abundance, a fulfilling career, or a loving relationship.
So it's not just vaguely wishing for things, it's about consciously deciding what we want and putting our energy towards it.
Exactly. And once you have that clarity, it's much easier to take action. And action is crucial. You can have all the intentions in the world, but if you don't actually do anything, nothing will change.
It's about taking those inspired steps and moving forward with purpose.
Yes. And I love how Japanese Feng Shui emphasizes aligning our actions with the natural rhythms of life, recognizing that we're part of something bigger and that true success comes from flowing with the natural cycles of growth and change.
It's about finding that sustainable pace
Right.
that allows you to thrive and achieve your goals without burning out or forcing things that aren't meant to be.
Exactly. Working with the energy of the universe, not against it. And that brings us back to mindfulness.
Mindfulness seems to be a common thread running through all these principles and practices.
It is.
It's about being present in each moment, aware of our thoughts and actions and how we're interacting with our environment.
Mindfulness is the key to unlocking the true power of Japanese Feng Shui. It allows us to create a more harmonious and balanced life, not just in our homes, but in every aspect of our being.
So as we wrap up this deep dive into Japanese Feng Shui, what's the one key message you want our listeners to take away?
I would say this: cultivate a mindful and intentional approach to life. Pay attention to your surroundings, your actions, and your thoughts. Align your energy with your goals, and embrace a philosophy of gratitude and abundance.
That's a powerful message. I think this deep dive has given us all some valuable tools and insights to create a more harmonious and prosperous life.
Remember, even small changes can make a big difference. Decluttering your workspace, adding a touch of nature to your home, or simply taking a few moments each day to practice gratitude.
It's about making conscious choices each day that gradually shift our energy and align us with that flow of abundance.
It's a journey. It's about consistently making those choices and trusting that the universe will support you along the way.
That's a beautiful thought to end on. Thank you so much for joining us on this deep dive into Japanese Feng Shui. We hope you've gained some valuable insights and inspiration for creating a more harmonious and prosperous life.